Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another interesting episode of Summer Skincare plus Makeup. Now, every year I generally end up doing a video where I show all the products which you can carry or use in summers. Even makeup I discuss, but then this time I thought I'll apply the products on my face and show it to you. And if you, obviously I cannot do everything in one video, so I will link down the two videos I have already filmed last year and last year, and you can go through those videos and you have a rough idea how to take care of your skin, body, everything. So I generally touch up on every small knick-knack issue of ours, so you can go ahead and check out that video. So I will link down in my description definitely, and if I forget, do let me know through your comments. I will link down them because it happens at times I forget. I generally end up doing that, so just remind me if I forget. Okay, let's start. So what I do, I have already washed my face and I applied a serum in the morning, and that's it. So this was a very sudden filming and I was just calculating the days. So I was like, today I can film this one because I know someday again you will be asking me, so it's better I show it to you. Now, the first thing which I'm going to do after my, my serum application, and if you're not a serum person, you can apply a toner. So I'm not applying a toner because my skin is very oily. So I want to go very minimalistic on my skin with very hydrating products. So the first moisturizer which I'm going to use in summers, and I love using this moisturizer, is Garnier Light Complete White Seed Serum Cream SPF 19. Now either you can go for a moisturizer which has an SPF, or you can skip and directly apply an SPF. So don't worry, I will do both things because I like to do it this way when I'm applying makeup nowadays. So this is the first thing which I'm going to use, and if you want to know about this particular product, you can go on to my channel. I have done a wholesome review on Garnier skincare. It's totally dedicated to Garnier skincare, so you'll get a help and you'll know more moisturizers I have tried from Garnier, so you'll know everything in that video. So the moisturizing is done. You can see that it doesn't leave any white cast. Like even if you have a dry skin, it will not leave a white cast. Don't worry. Yes, in the jar it looks a little thicker, but then when you apply it quick, it doesn't leave any white cast on the face. Next is a sunscreen. Now this sunscreen I have already been using it. I didn't show you till date on my channel. This is the first time I'm showing this sunscreen. This is the VLCC Natural Science Matte Look Depigmentation Sunscreen Gel Cream SPF 30 PA+++, and it is tinted formula, non-greasy matte look, and it reduces pigmentation if you have any on your face, and it's paraben free, and that's it. I think that's enough info. So this is how the sunscreen is. Now I'll tell you, when I first saw this, like first applied, like I squeezed out the product in my hand, I was like, oh my god, it is tinted. I don't know what it's going to do on my face, but apparently it just mingled with my skin. Like that, the tint which is there in the sunscreen, that will not show up on your skin. So we're gonna take a good amount of sunscreen, like this much would do me. And what generally I do, I generally mix with my moisturizer if I'm using something water based or something, but with the Garnier one I don't mix it. So you need a good amount of sunscreen, and you have to go all over your neck, your forehead. Okay, so now you can see the sunscreen is all soaked up in the skin. Give at least 5 minutes before going on with your primer and other stuff. Give 5 minutes for the sunscreen and the moisturizer and the serum, everything to just set in your face and give you that skincare which you need. Why you're doing all this? To protect your skin. So you need to give some breathing time for all these products to settle in and adjust with your skin. Okay, so we don't have that much of time now. I already gave 3 minutes. So let's start with the next step. The next step, now this had 30 SPF. The moisturizer had SPF 19. And now we are going to use a primer. Now primer is your personal choice, but then I go for an SPF primer only if it is peak hot summer. And I will be going for Maybelline Dream One Day Perfect Primer. Now this is a really lightweight primer which doesn't give you a tacky feeling. Now I have faced 1 or 2 days a little tacky feeling with this, but then later I learned how to fix it. So I will let you know during the application. So this is SPF 18 PA++, and it's very light. Just shake the bottle, take a little bit on your hands, like it's like this. See, it's very runny, and just apply wherever you feel that you need a little priming. Don't forget your nose. That's perfect. I really like it. Okay, so after priming, let's jump on to some foundation. Now, definitely a lot of people don't like wearing foundation in summers and during days, definitely not. Now, I am not a person who wears foundation in the daytime when I'm going out in sun because it gets very tacky for me. But since I'm doing this video and I need to show you how you can go about it with the whole look, I'm going to go with the foundation which is very lightweight as per me, and I feel this works perfect for me on combination to oily skin. For that matter, even drier skin, this foundation really works well, and it gives you that coverage you need with way too much of less quantity foundation. Okay, so the foundation which I'm going to use is Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. Now I'm using the shade Amber Beige. Now this is a little darker shade than my skin tone because my skin oxidizes a lot. Like it will oxidize the foundation to 2 to 3 shades up in summers. So I really need to go very dark on my foundation. Now my personal recommendation to you all would be never go for a foundation which is of your skin tone or lighter than you when you are applying it in summer. Then you can see the foundation is not my skin tone. It is definitely darker than my skin tone. So let's start applying. So I'm just going to take my beauty blender and start pushing in the foundation. And I would say that if you can just avoid the full coverage application because it may get a little heavy. Now you can see this side of my face and you can see this side of my face. Now it is not looking very cakey or like, you know, I have done something extraordinary to my face. It's looking more finished. That's it. So now you can see I have done the whole face and it's looking quite good and perfect for me. This is apt. I don't go beyond this. So this is an amazing foundation. If you're of my skin tone, you can go for this shade. You will not regret buying this shade. It may feel a little darker on the screen also, but then this is, I feel, the right shade for me for any weather. Okay, next let's jump onto some powder. Now what I'm going to do is, since it is going to be very sweaty and oily, I need to bake my under eye. So I'm going to take a precise tapered brush to pack some powder under my eyes and concerned areas where I generally tend to get oily more faster. So I'm using this Fit Me Loose powder in the shade light medium, which apparently is darker than my skin tone, but then I feel it works perfect for me if I don't want too much going around my face. Like sometimes a lighter powder may end up giving you a little bit of flashback, because lightings change. Now I'm filming in a white light. I'm not filming in a yellow light or something. So obviously when I'll go under the sun, my face will look totally different, or for that matter, even under a yellow light. So all that you have to keep in mind when you are applying your powder. So I'm going to take directly on my brush. You take a lot of powder and then just bake under eye. Your nose. So I definitely look like a ghost. Leave the powder for some time and just forget about it. So let's do our brows till the time this is settling down. So I'm going to go in with my newest love, that is Miss Claire Brow Pencil. So by the time this powder is settling down, we can just finish our brows and then proceed. So just have to fill the brows a bit. You know how I am with my brows. I'm very quick. I don't take much time with them. You just have to, if you have a good shape, just need to fill your brows. Rather, shaping them may give you a more artificial look. Because I see very sharp brows also on certain people. Now you can see the difference between both the brows. That's it. I just take like 2 minutes or 1 minute to do my brows. So now you can see I have done both the brows. Now don't go on the shape of my brows because one brow is little different than the other, and I'm really in no mood to shape them because they look better. I'm happy with them. Next, we are just going to brush off this powder which is happening on my face so that so now you can see it gives me a more matte look and it is more finished, and this powder is really good. Like, it doesn't give any tint to the face. That's the perfect thing, because when I bought this powder I was very scared, like, oh my god, this is such a dark shade, and I was like, how it is going to work. Okay, so after powder, let's jump onto some blushing. So I thought, let me just take out my other blushes also. I kept using that Miss Claire and Palladio was like my all-time favorite. So I thought, let me just take out my e.l.f. blush. So I'm using this palette today, and this is the palette in light, and I'm going to mix two of the shades. So I'm going to mix this and this shade together and apply it all over my face wherever you want to give a little flush look to yourself. So just brush off the excess and smile and blush. Now in summers, it's best to do a good blush than a high bronzer, because summers are more, I feel, warmer. It's already very warm and you need to give a little more flushed and a pinky look to yourself. So I think blush should be perfect than the bronzer. So that's it. I think I've just went way too ahead with my blush. And you know, I just love to run my brush all over my face, my nose, because I like to mix it. Okay, enough of blush. Let's move on to some bronzing. So definitely I cannot go without bronzer. You need to give a little bit of dimension or a little bit of sun-kissed look to your face. So today I'm using, actually I thought I'll use my Faces one, but then I was like, no, today let's do a little bit things differently. So I'm going to go with my Colourpop, I don't know which palette is this. I don't remember. Okay, it's a double play palette. Sorry, it's a double play palette. I'm using this particular bronzer for my face today because it's not the deepest bronzer, but it's not the lightest also. So I'm just going to go very light-handed with my bronzing today. I'm not going to go way too much with my bronzing because I want to do it that way. This is the way how you can go in summers for your makeup, more minimalistic and okay. So I like it. You have to take a lot of product because this is ideally not a bronzer, it's a blush as per them, but then for me, for an Indian skin tone, it works as a good bronzer. Okay, so now you can see my whole face is all together mingled. Okay, let's jump onto some highlighter. Now I thought I will use the same highlighter, but then I want to go for something which is more fine and more light, not very intense. So I'm going to go with Makeup Revolution Pro Illuminate highlighter. I don't know where it was left in my closet, and today I was like, I need to use this one. And this is like, this used to be one of my favorites earlier. When I started my journey, this is one of my intense highlighter purchase initially, and now I'm using it. So let's see. Okay, so I don't want to go more than this, and just your brow bone and your face. So you just need a very minimalistic highlighting on your face because already everything is going to shine. So you can see that. Okay, that's it. Then a little bit of your nose. Nose is very important. Okay. And I'm just going to use my fingers and remove that harsh line. That's it. I'm still not happy with my nose, so I'm just going to apply a little bit with my finger. Okay. Next is, I'm not going to put more highlight, you know, this much. This is the limit in summers. I like to do it because my skin is combination to oily. It is going to get tacky after some time. So I don't want to put too much of things so that it starts giving me texture. So you need to keep in mind what your skin type is during makeup application also. Okay, so next is what? Let's jump onto some eye makeup. Now obviously summers we want to go very light-handed. So today I thought I will skip the shimmer part and I will just do my basic eye look, which I like to do in summers, and this can be carried well in summers during day, during night. So we are going to go all matte today. We are not going to budge with a lot of different funky shades. Instead, go very corally and all. Okay, so today I'm using my Perception palette. Now what happened, I filmed a proper video dedicated to this palette, but I didn't like the footage and there was some glitch and then I deleted the footage altogether. So I thought I have no patience that I would refilm it. So it's better I show the palette today and use it and show you how I will go about the palette and the shade. So the first shade which I'm going to use today is this orange, and the shade name is Thick, and I'll try to insert the picture which I actually filmed the eye look, and I have already showed it on Instagram also, so I'll try to post it. So these are the brushes which I bought from Amazon, and they are working well. Like I'm enjoying them now. So what you're going to do is just start applying the shadow all over your lid. Like this. So I completed the other eye also with the matte, and next let's jump on to some other interesting mattes. Now I was thinking what to do next because it's very confusing. So what I'm going to do is take this shade which is next to the orange, and this is the shade Revenge, And let's see what I'm going to do with this. I really don't know. We are just going with the flow. I'm going to pack the shade on my outer corner. Okay. I'm just packing the shade and then just blending. That's looking good. That's really good. Okay, so next I will be going with another matte shade. Now I was a little lost in this palette, so I thought let me pick up my Makeup Revolution palette and start doing something with this palette also. So now I'm going to take some more pinky shades. So I'm going to take this shade and apply on my eyelids. Let's see where I'm going to apply. I really don't know. I'm just, as I told you, I'm just going with the flow. So let's see what is going to happen. So I'm going to take a very packing kind of a brush and start packing this shade. So I'm not going on my outer V or something. I'm going in middle of my eyes. Something which I would have done it with my shimmer, I'm doing with my mattes. Oh, that looks nice. I think that's enough. I think we should stop and start blending. So we're going to take a little fluffy brush. This is from BH Cosmetics and I'm just going to blend very lightly. I don't move the shadows because it's matte, so you don't want to budge around too much and just let it sink in and settle in. What I'm going to do is next is just brush off the fall off. Okay. And now let's do some eyeliner. Enough, I'm not doing anything else to my eyes because I feel I would like to go like this only, and after you will see the finished look, it will look more neater. Okay, next is a kajal. So a kajal which I'm going to wear is my Faces All Time Pro Kajal. Faces Magnetized Kajal, sorry. I'm going to apply directly. This is coming together. Oh, I really like my look today. It's all matte. You know how much I love my mattes. Okay, next is eyeliner. So today I'm going to use my Nykaa gel inked eyeliner. This is more convenient. You can use any eyeliner you like, but I'm going to use this one. Now you see, it's coming together. Okay, so the eyeliner is done. Now you could have gone for any liner, but then eyeliner, kajal, everything is nowadays waterproof. So go for everything waterproof. And when you do a matte look, you go very easy with your eye. Like a little goes a long way, and then pick bolder shades, then your eyes will pop up. Next is the mascara. Now this is the Maybelline The Falsies Push-Up Drama Mascara. Now today again when I was sorting and I was like, let me take out a mascara to use, and I apparently saw this and I was like, oh my god, why am I not using this? So today we are going to use this mascara. This is a waterproof mascara. I'm a person who generally wears washable ones, but if you have a habit of rubbing your eyes or anything, then I feel waterproof would do the best job, and this is one of the best in waterproof. I like my eyes today. So okay, so the mascara is done. Let's jump on to, okay, now you must be thinking she didn't do her lower lash line, because I'm not going to do my lower lash line because I feel my eyes go very tacky if I do my lower lash line with a shadow. So what I'm going to do is go with the waterproof eyeshadow, and I'm going to use some light funky shades. So since I'm wearing blue, so I'm going to wear a blue. So I have these colourpop stick eyeshadows. So I have a lot of options though. So in the daytimes I like to go for these shades. So I have olive, I have green, then I have blue, denim, and then I have something which is closer to teal. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use something closer to teal and apply all over my lower lash line. So now you can see the difference in both the eyes. You can even go like this, but then I'm going with this because it matches with my outfit. Okay, so I'm done. Okay, so we have not done our inner corner highlight. Now I'm a person who generally skips this step when I'm in summers, like going out, because I feel it gets a little more messy and tacky. But then just to show you guys, I'm going to apply a little bit of highlight. So it has to be a little booming one. So I'm using this pack highlighter in the shade BK07. And I have recently seen one more, it's 12, that is also good. Use a little precise brush. Boom. Done. So I knew which highlighter to pick up for my inner corners. So they look really, it's like really blinding. Okay, enough. And then I have to do my brow bones. I'm going to use the same highlighter and do my brow bone. I generally like a hand application on my brow bone, then a brush. So brow bone highlighting is done, and I'm missing a little bit on my nose. So I'm going to go a little bit here. That's it. Okay, let's jump on to some lipstick. Okay, so what lipstick should I wear? Obviously, it's summers. You have to go a little out loud and a little funkier or more softer, or I would say softer than louder. Like it's a mix of both. So I'm using this ultra matte lip in the shade Skyfall, and maybe I'll just top it up with a gloss. Let's see how it's going to go. So I'm not using any lip liner because it's matte, so it's already going to be dry. So let's apply some. Okay. I really like the lipstick. Now you can go even like this outside, but then let's top it up with a gloss. So I'm gonna top it up with a gloss, which is again from Colourpop, and it is in the shade Bluesy. And what these glosses from Colourpop does, that they make the ultra matte lipstick into an ultra satin finish. That's it, and it really gives that nice shine. So what I'll do, I'll just open this hair and come back. So now you saw the final look. Now it has really come up together well. I really like this kind of a look for summers. Maybe you can go with greens, you can go with light yellow, orangey shades, light pink shades. This is the time when you can try all those funky shades on your eyes, and they really complement the weather because they don't look tacky or they don't look weird. They look as per the weather. So this is how I like it, and I'm really loving this look. Like, I really like it, and I need to go out. Okay, so enough of blabbering. I hope this video would help you in most of the days, but then there's one thing which I didn't do off camera, which I thought I should show it to you. Now, as I told you when I was applying my primer, everything, so you saw how I fixed that primer, or the SPF portion is that baking your face. That's how you're going to fix your face so that it doesn't get oily or tacky. The last thing is something which I like doing in summers and try to make it more finished or more settled, is fixing the face. So you can use any fixing spray you like. I'm going to use the Kiko Milano face makeup fixer. It's very airbrushed, so let's do it. I think I've taken bath in it. That's okay. It is supposed to be like that. So you need to take bath in your fixer. So the best part about this fixer is that you don't have to go on with your beauty blender later. It just sinks into your skin. So now you can see the finished look. I love doing it. I think it came out to be very decent and very eye-catchy also at the same time. You can wear this makeup in the day, night, evening, morning, anytime you want to wear. But I quite liked it. So I hope you loved watching, and if you really want to watch more such videos on my channel, consider subscribing. It will really mean a lot to me, and everything I will mention in my description for your info. And please follow me on my IG, because I'm really active on my IG stories nowadays. So take care and bye-bye.